Well, it's a new year, and I really wanted to start the new year off strong. So we got some coffee, we got some good food. The food was delicious, and we're starting another Gilmore Girls rewatch. I'm restarting it for the new year. It's just such a comfy show, and I feel like that's the energy I'm trying to put out, like comfort and happiness for the year. I just feel like the holiday season went by so fast. Seriously sad it's over because I don't like spring, and I know spring is what comes next. So I'm really sad that the holidays are over and I'm trying to just cope with that. But I do love the new year because it's a nice hard reset. I try to do resets throughout the year to get myself back on track, but sometimes you get lost in the sauce, and this is a great time to find yourself in that sauce. If you're new here, I'm a freelance video editor, and I just got done editing Vlogmas with a creator, and it was a lot of work. And so this week I'm taking it more slow, just trying to get things done that I haven't been able to get done. So most of that is like, I guess admin work is what you would call it, which is like sending invoices, sending payments, outreach to new creators to work with, revising my contract. I'm also about to like buy a domain, get a new website going, even like taking little online courses to just refresh my knowledge and skills. Like there's a lot of things that I have been trying to take advantage of this time for, as well as making my own content and cleaning the apartment and things like that. And I've had a lot more time to slow down and reflect on what I want for this year. And I think this is the perfect time for us to talk about what we want. So you know what? Let's all get together in the comment section and let's write down our resolutions, our goals, our manifestations, and dreams for this year. Write it out and put it there, and then come back and look at it throughout the year to make sure that we're staying in check. I really want to hear what you guys are doing, so pause this video and comment down below those goals. So the main thing that I'm trying to work on this year is reworking my idea of productivity and success. I am a classic overachiever, perfectionist, do too much person, and it drives me insane throughout the year. And so I'm trying to figure out how to not be that. A lot of it is online stuff. You see what people are doing and it seems like everybody's just doing so perfect. And so I want to find a way to do what I want and do things as good as I can, but one, not tie my self-worth to that, and two, not expect myself to be at 100 every time or do everything perfect every time. I realize that it's just not fair to myself and it's unrealistic for anyone, and I also don't want to really contribute to that for other people. So even with my own content, I'm trying to figure out a way to make things look how I want it to look and be how I want it to be without making everything squeaky clean, perfect, and adding all of these perfectionist thoughts and ideas to myself and the people watching my content. Because I think at this point as a society, we're kind of just in this clusterfuck of just everybody feeling like they have to say everything perfectly. There's no room for error. Everything you do has to be on point. If you're slightly boring or not interesting, swipe, I don't care. Like, I don't like that. And I just hope that as a group, we can kind of work our way out of that. And so I'm trying to start with myself. Starting with the man in the mirror. And I'm trying to start with myself because I just get in these things where I just think that I have to be perfect, and it's so not that serious. And I really want to emphasize that I just don't want to tie my self-worth to the content that I'm creating, the work that I do, how I feel like I'm doing in comparison to my younger self, who I thought I should have been at this age, other people. Like, just stopping the comparison wherever it's coming from and just allowing myself to just be me in that moment is so necessary. Because like, I do want to do my best in things. I do want to put in work and be the best version of me that I can be and build healthy habits, but also at the same time, I can't do that every minute of every day. Like, there's going to be times where I fail. There's going to be times where I can't do the things that I want to set out to do. And also, I'm a very ambitious person, so what I think I can do isn't always what I have the ability to do. And so just recognizing that and being okay with it is so detrimental to me this year. To the perfectionism, it needs to go. So with that comes the like little subcategory of that, which is very related to my work and like content creation, but also just in general, doing my best with the time that I have. I expect myself to like have more time in the day than is reality, and that is so unhealthy. And so I'm trying to, when I have a project, just be like, this is the amount of time I'm going to do that project in, and if I can't do it in that amount of time, Like either it's going to have to overflow in a time where I just have extra time that I want to contribute to that, or before that it gets to that, let's work on the time management to be able to get stuff done and lower expectations so that I'm not expecting myself to do a week's worth of work in a day, you know, like making projects smaller, making them more manageable and doing my best in that time, but not being upset when I couldn't finish it in time. So that's gonna be very important to me. Even with this video that I'm making, like every single thing that I make, I want to lead with these thoughts. The next thing is going to be prioritizing my health, which I think I have been doing a really good job of. I think 2024, I really tried more than any other year, like to the point where I quit my job to focus on myself and building my own business. But I want to continue that because I do feel like resolutions from another year that you really like started building good habits for, you should continue on the next year. Like still have it on that list because you don't want to forget about it. So that's kind of what I'm trying to do. That's both in adding healthier things into my diet, making sure I get 30 minutes a day of exercise on every day that I can, putting my mental health first. The healthy habits are necessary. So the last thing is working with my brain instead of against my brain. I feel like I have a lot of problems, one of them being ADHD, and I have such a hard time managing my expectations and also just focusing on things, and I get really overwhelmed sometimes too, especially if it's something that I feel like I'm not super good at. Like I kind of panic, and when I overextend myself and then I can't do it, I blame myself and I get really angry with myself, and it's this whole thing. And this year I really want to just not be mad at myself over things that I can't control. I want to just be nicer to myself and work with myself a little bit more, like give myself the grace that I give everyone else, because when things go wrong, I tend to completely blame myself. So that's got to stop. I just want to get to know my brain more and figure out why I am how I am, and also like what I can do to make things easier for me and do those things. I think taking the time to do that would really be a game changer for me this year. So I'm going to work on that this year, working with myself instead of against myself. I am not my own enemy. Like I am my biggest cheerleader, and I have to remind myself that. And I hope you guys do too. Don't forget to put your resolutions down below. I want to hear them. Thank you guys so much for a great 2024, and I hope we all have a fantastic 2025 together. And I will see you very soon. Bye.